think I'm going to try this crazy looking deck, which, I don't know. The important thing is to name this deck correctly. RUG/Teamer Quandrix BS. Is that a good name, chat? I'll say the 19th. It's a really bad name. Alright, I'm gonna call it RUG Quandrix. And you can't stop me. I don't know, I just want to try for science. Pikes. It might be bad. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is not great, but, you know, science is science, you know? And you know, if it's bad, right? Like, you know, you just have to deal with it sometimes, you know? Wait a second. What the hell happened? Oh, I exported the wrong thing. That's what happened. Let's see. Right. Mary Jarvis Smith. Yo, what's up? I think I have it right now. Okay, I was confused because it was like, it was telling me I loaded versions that I wasn't allowed to rent, but then I realized I exported as text instead of .deck. Still shout out to Card Order, they're great. You can choose what versions of cards you want from them, which is actually super nice. I guess since this is a Jarvis stream, I'll update the I typed that. I'll update the CBL. But if you're new to the stream here, thanks for being here first off, and second off, you can always support by hitting that follow button. What's the deal with Carpet of Flowers? It's a good card versus like the Dazes and Spell Pierces, you know. I like playing 1, I don't really like playing 2, but if I knew the format was like all blue, red, and RUG Delver, I probably would play 2, but we're not really in that place yet. Anyways, very possible that this deck list is quite bad, but you know, that's why I have to figure it out. Like, I think if I was only concerned about winning, I would definitely just play like some blue-red or RUG style Delver deck, and it would be quite good. Or even like Grixis, I think, is quite defensible at this point in time. Alright, so the deck list should be updated. Scientist? Well, I was sort of trained as a statistician / scientist, I don't know, so yes. So if you want to support the stream and you have a Twitch Prime or regular sub you want to use here, hit that sub button, and remember, do use your Twitch Prime every month, whether it be here or somewhere else. I built my own deck. I don't think this looks anything like RUG's deck. Personally, they call me Brain. I do think Abundant Harvest is a good discovery. It looks good to me. But I think the rest of the deck is nowhere near what RUG was trying, you know? You can correct me if I'm wrong, obviously, like, maybe this is what RUG was trying, but I do not believe that is the case. Just let me count the mana base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 13 blue sources. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 12, 14 red sources. 1, 3, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 green sources. Kind of wonder if I can fit in another blue source somehow, but I don't really see it. Do you all see it? Oh, Temur Triome. Kind of bad. Another fetch is also like... We're already running on the margins for fetches, I think, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 fetchable lands. Definitely no to Orboro. I think Waterlogged Grove is too bad. This is not a Mystic Sanctuary deck because I have Field, Forest, Grove, Mountain, and Taiga. Like, you can't really put Mystic Sanctuary in a deck like this unless if you can have one, at most one, like, non-island in your deck, I think, if you want to play Mystic Sanctuary, but here there's just too many, I think. It's just not worth it. And plus, like, you don't have something powerful like Terminus. Yo, Marcus, do you just sub? I didn't see your sub, but if you just subbed, let me know if I should open a chest for you. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm just thinking about it out loud. I assume you want me to open a chest because this strikes me as the type of thing you like. Tap an island for you? Alright. You know what? I thought I had you modded. Did you switch accounts? Alright. Welcome back, Mike. I will open a chest for Mike because I know Mike likes the chests. Let's see if there's something nice in here. No, unfortunately. Shard Phoenix, Kefnat's last word, and 5 blue wins. Alright. Let's finally get to a game. Spent enough time dirtling with this experimental deck. You cleaned the passwords in your comp so you couldn't remember your old login info, could you? Which happens to the best of us, you know? DT Lurch! Thank you! Alright. DT Lurch, I guess I'll also open a chest for you. Okay, what's in here? Evacuation, 125 play points. 125 play points is good, but evacuation's like... BS. Oh, I see. So you're completely locked out of Truckus 1, 2, 3, aren't you? That's Sag, actually. It is Sag. You still pay for your sub to Julian every month? Well, I guess you're supporting Julian. That's cool. Also, new emotes, Jarvis Math, Jarvis Merit, if you're into that sort of thing. I've been feeling like kind of out of it the past few days. There's been a lot of weird family stuff. But I did want to stream tonight, and I'll probably be on tomorrow night and maybe Friday morning. But yeah, I'm glad to have you all here, and all the support's appreciated, you know? If you like, the Jarvis Merit plus Jarvis Head Desk combo is powerful, and that was discovered by Whitefaces. Guess I would like to play first. This is a sketcher. Certainly a sketcher. The RUG Delver? I just mulligan. Oh, classic. I think I keep in bottom field, actually. Maybe not, though. Maybe I keep in bottom force, actually, if I think it's RUG. I think that's actually right. Oh, I'm definitely not getting basic. In fact, I'm going to fetch Trop and play Abundant Harvest named Land. You just have to think about how the deck works, but... Like, why would you, like, why would you ponder looking for a land where you could just guarantee a land with this? That seems kind of weird, right? Alright, let's see if they daze this. I don't care if they do. That's fine. Yeah, I think people got debated by bans. Alright. New plan is to ride Uro plus Sylvan to victory, if they are in fact RUG. So I feel like actually fine about my situation. Like, I'm not getting killed, which favors me, I think. What? Oh, this probably means Ethereal Forager. That's actually what it means, I think. I think I'm gonna pay 4, but not 8. That's good too, actually. I think they have Ethereal Forager in their hand, personally. I think that's the logical conclusion. So the way I'm approaching this game is I'm only going to get duels, pretty much. Okay, that's fine. If they want to play the card advantage game, I think my deck is so much better at that, especially since I have the Sylvan and I have the Uro and I have just like basically everything I need going. Mandrills. I think I just let that go and just try to resolve Uro in my turn. Hello, hello. This is my arrow. Bum 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 bum. That's my Uro song. It's actually hello, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, adieu in disguise. Alright, I take... Just a little nightcap. I'm glad you recognized it. Glad you recognized the theme. This is Forager, it looks like. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Wait, hold on. Do I need the land this turn? Oh, I can just get them both, I think. Hold on. Here we go. I think it works out. All right. So what I'm going to do is play Apprentice, then play Stomp, targeting 1. It'll get me the Mountain into my hand. And then I'll play the Mountain. Alright. So the Apprentice is looking pretty good here so far. And I'm going to play around Days and do this. And the Dack is my pitch card, and Grove is pretty excellent there. So basically the deck is working how I envisioned it would. I'm just going to take 4 more damage this turn. I don't think it matters. So yeah, everything looking good. I don't know, like, Apprentice has been good so far. Interesting that they tapped that, so it means I guess they're trying to burn me out. Very interesting, chat. Very interesting. I don't think that's a lie. I mean, like, that's a weird question to ask because my deck would look different, right? Yeah, I guess there's an argument to doing bold first, yeah. I just read what you wrote, Sullivan. This is not BNR waiting room. What's up, Mike? Hope you're having a good one. Brewed up a sick deck. Let's see. Same execution. So I can get both of them. I can get these two. This will get the spell into my hand, then I can play a spell to get the land, which is kind of sick. I'm just resetting my Sullivan every turn with this Quandrix Apprentice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tainted Pact is getting the axe, but I'm not really waiting for anything. I don't really have a real reason to play Historic. I guess I kind of just have it all. So I have enough cards to win a counter war, so I guess I'll just see if they're dead. Yeah, I think the Delver decks are quite good, El Tassi. You have a good point. Like if I wanted to just merely win a tournament, yeah, I would play some Delver variant probably. Which is kind of funny because like obviously RUG got so much banned out of it and it's still like pretty good. I don't like Fawn versus these decks. I do like this. I do like Carpet, and I think Quothis is okay. Kind of think Forces are like not great post board because I have so much removal for their stuff. The one thing is that I'm actually kind of exposed to a fast Mandrill, so I might leave in one Force of Will. The blue-green card is Quandrix Apprentice. Because I think Tarmogoyf is so insane in the Delver Mirrors repo. Like, Tarmogoyf is actually the king of the Delver Mirrors, in my opinion. Oh yeah, the Jeskai Loris Delver deck was definitely much better. -3 fouls. This seems fine. I don't know. I'm kind of just trying this deck for science. Like I said, I don't know. Like, might suck, might not suck. Sprite Dragon is quite bad in the mirrors in my experience because it just dies everything, but versus everything else, it's quite good. So it's a drawback. It's a trade-off rather, not a drawback. Yeah, I just kind of priced into keeping. No, I'm not gonna do that. No decisive assault. Yeah, I mean, Rug Thresh has been a reasonable deck for like, I guess you could say like 16 years plus. So like the fact that a deck has been good for 16 years in some form or one way or another says a lot about the deck. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go land go. Yon ESP, it depends a lot on how both decks are built. And the players. No, people played Threshold decks even before that. Like, look up GP Philly 2005. There was a Bant Threshold and a Rug Threshold deck in that top 8, so, like... Actually, I'm going to EOT Brainstorm. It looks weird, but what's actually going to happen here, I think, is... I want to just get information. Alright, well, I don't need both of these apprentices, but now I can just fetch for some duel and ponder looking for a bolt or something like that. Yeah. And plus any blast works, I think, too, so that's kind of the cutoff. I think I should just shuffle that. I don't think that's good. I mean, like, the Grove is good, but the rest is not. Damn it. Alright. Brainstorm. Yeah, it was Eunice. I remember that too. Alright, that's fine. Could just float to bluff, but I don't know. It's pretty clear I don't have anything, I think. Alright. Actually, I'm going to pick land. Alright, that's good. There was a bolt, though. Sag. But plenty of answers to Delver. I'm not, like, too concerned about it. I need enough mana for this Uro, is what's actually going on. That's bad. Alright. Really awkward. Alright. I think I am just priced into seeing what they do. Expect to die to a flurry of bolts this game is what I believe is going to happen. Hope they don't have Stifle. Stifle would be brutal. Alright, now I actually have to get a basic because there's only one drop in my deck. And I'm just going to start spamming brainstorms because I have so many of them, I just need to see a bunch of cards. Alright, well... Still don't really need both of those. I think now what I'm going to do is just fetch Snow Forest, play Uro. And kind of hope it works itself out. Alright, that's bad. I'm probably just dead, to be quite fair. I was really clunky out of the gates this game. Drawing no blasts or bolts was kind of painful. I have 7 in my deck, so it's like... You know... Sag. I only have 1 blue source, otherwise I could try to like Uro into a blast, but didn't work out. Alright. Well played. I got double wastelanded, which cost me. The problem with me fetching all basics is it doesn't really work. So I kind of wonder, I think I'm probably supposed to have 2 drops in my deck actually for that reason. So it's just a deck building error. Alright. Cut this for explosives, I think, actually. I mean, this is like okay, but it's not really that amazing. Explosives can't really get a 2-for-1 because most of the time you'll take too much damage if you try to set up those scenarios, but obviously it could. It's just not that likely, I think. Why is there a field in my head every game? Alright, I don't think they have days in hand, so I'm just gonna make red and kill their thing. The carpet, obviously already nuts, even though it only made 1 mana. Well, it wasn't much of a read because I think if they could daze the carpet, they would. So it's like a pretty easy read to make, I think, to be quite fair. Only Thassa's Oracle, ban Historic. That's enough to KO Pact, though, as a deck, so, you know. Because, like, Jace Welder of Mysteries costing 4 is just, I think, much, much worse for the deck than Thassa's Oracle costing 2. That's fine. You can't sandbag the days on a Carpet of Flowers because the carpet just gets better as the game goes longer. So I don't think that really makes sense, in my opinion. I think Harvest is good. Hmm. Okay. Don't really want to force it and get blasted because I think that's a really bad exchange for me. I think as it stands, I'm probably fine, like, to be quite fair. Right. Missing red, but that's okay. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of lands in my deck. Plus Harvest, plus cantrips. I don't know. It probably works itself out. I think a lot of people overlooked Harvest when it was spoiled, to be quite fair. You thought it was Adventurous Impulse, which is actually not a very good card? Yeah. Well, it's quite different. Alright. Whoops. Can't tap like that. I can tap like that, though. Fine. I don't really need that. I don't think it's that big of a drawback, to be quite fair. I'm planning on just punishing firing that, because I think if the game goes normally, I'll be fine. And I think they don't have days, and I think they probably don't have fawn, but we'll find out. Yo, what's up, Jay Cornell? Hope you're doing well. I brewed up a weird looking deck. Well, I guess it's not that weird looking, but I haven't seen many people trying this style of RUG control deck, I guess. I feel good about my spot here. If they extract my Uro, I don't think I really care that much either, to be quite fair. Right. So their deck has Mandrills and 2 Mandrills and an Uro in it. This is going pretty well, so yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Right. They've already used 2 bolts, so it's like not that bad for me. If they hadn't used 2 bolts, it'd be a lot scarier. If Elking was -1 loyalty, it would still be a good card, but certainly a lot of the problems with it would be less so, I think is the best way of putting it. Like, the problem with Oko was it just had way too much loyalty at basically all points of the game. Well, in game 1, Jake Cornell, my opponent played 2 forked bolts, so I suspect they have 2 forked bolts where Chain Lightning would normally be. So, kind of feels like this person probably has 0 chains. But obviously, like, that's not a lock. You know, obviously they could just do whatever they wanted, you know. Not forcing that. I think there's just many better things I could do. That's good too, yeah. Yo, on-band mental misstep. Thanks for giving out a sub. Apparently to Pokimoki too. Alright, I don't want them jump blocking, so I think I'm just gonna fire it off and see what happens. So Really annoying that this field has been so bad for my mana, but yeah, that's fine. I think what I'm supposed to do is just attack and then play Uro from my hand and see what happens. Alright, I'm probably dead then. If their top card's a spell, I'm dead. That sucks. Probably could have played this game better, but my mana was heinous this game. Alright. Good beats. Could have forced the Cinder Vines, like, definitely could have done things differently, even though I thought I was going to win. The field, like, not having a second blue, I think, cost me this game pretty easily. Yeah, I gave him a bunch of life. The only thing that has been banned is Thassa's Oracle from Historic, is what I heard. Right, so down 0-1. Opening a chest for unbanned mental misstep. Yeah, kind of thinking that not having a second drop is kind of bad, so that's also what cost me. And obviously giving them life with the Grove also cost me. I think I gave them 3 life, so, yeah. Yeah, it's possible I could have cut the field. Anyways, I'll be right back for round 2. Don't go anywhere, and if you're new here, hit that follow button. Be right back. Alright, I'm back for round 2. Yeah, I thought about it more. Playing a second drop over the second force might be good too. I don't know. Obviously, like, could have done things differently. So, Thassa's Oracle will be... the ban will be effective tomorrow. Interesting. This is fine. Just looking for third land and probably a force would be nice because I don't know what my opponent's playing necessarily. Actually, I think I'll end up drawing all of these and just playing the force this turn to play Sylvan. Maybe this is like a softer... this is softer towards combo, obviously, to do it this way, but... looks like I'm getting red prisoned. Sag. Oh, never mind. Looks like I'm getting ruby stormed. So they'll do this with 2 floating. My hand's worse. They discard Plateau. What the hell? Why is there a Plateau in their deck? Anyone have an explanation? Enlightened tutor? What do you want to e-tutor for? I'm sympathetic to it being an enlightened tutor. I mean, e-tutor for LED is like a lot of cards to give up to draw an LED. Burgie's a really powerful card once it gets into play. Basically just like, you can see how much mana it's making right here. Worm's Chant is a possibility, I suppose, yeah. Or Silence. Or Monastery Mentor Postboard also makes sense in some regards. They got empty. Well, probably dead. Considering there's super lethal on the board. Really wish I had had a force in my hand, obviously. Like, this is kind of why I said, like, cantripping into force would have been nice right there to prevent, like, shenanigans like this, but, you know, is what it is, right? Well, Explosives is not in my main deck, so it can't happen. But you might as well just, like, put the fear in them. Send a message, don't concede right away. Alright, Punching Fire is heinous. Loam is not good. Bolts. Explosives is good. Damping Sphere is fine. Hull Breacher is fine. Juice is like not very good. Cage is like interesting. Cage shuts off Past in Flames and Echo Vions. Bone Crusher is not great either. I probably just want like Wilt over it. And you leave in the bolts for Burgie, and this is probably fine. Hope it works out better. I don't like Caracas for Burgie. I mean, like, that is something you could do, but I don't think it's great. Oh yeah, this is pretty clear keep in my opinion. Just in case if they have Blood Moon, I'm going to fetch Island, but obviously, like, I don't think it's that likely, but it's certainly possible. Cage also not great with my Uro, ironically, but I don't think that's really a big issue. That's fine. I'll just untap and bolt it. Oh, Plateau for Rip Apart? That makes sense, I guess. Though... I was just brewing basic swamps. I lost round 1 to Rogue Delver. I think I didn't play great, but also my mana caught up to me. Okay. I think there is a good point, because if they hit 3 really good cards, I probably would lose. Didn't think it was worth going after the Ignite the Future, because like I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, what's up, Lethal Biscotti? Hope you're having a good one. I'm just playing some Magic today on the stream because I'm feeling kind of meh. That's not great. Hope they only draw like Past and Flames and shit, so. Yeah, but the way I played it, I could have lost to empty if it had been empty instead of a Jessica as well, right? Perfect. I get to trade my Bolt for their Burgie again. That's good too, actually. So now I need to draw like a Goyf. That's fine. I'm trying it for science. I don't know if it's good or not. Like, probably 4 is too many. Yeah, I thought about doing that. I think that is just too safe, is the issue. I wanted to see if I could farm 1 more card from them. But yeah, now we're in a classic scenario where, like, if I don't draw a threat, they could rebuild and that might lose me the game, but I still have 1 more counter. Alright, cool. Guess. This is better than nothing. This gives me more lands to brainstorm away, at least, I suppose. Okay. Just gonna hardcast Dissipate. Cage plus Uro is not a combo, if you're checking at home, folks. Alright. Alright. Brainstorm would be nice, because then I can put this back. That's fine, too. I would have to take down Force. I don't think that's worth it. If I EOT Bolt, then I can find a land to play this and leave up Force, so now I'm going to EOT Bolt. Alright. They get empty, it's not the end of the world. Really. Like, I don't think an empty will actually kill me. What does Piff do versus Grafdigger's Cage? Yeah, what's up, Dino Cat? Hope you're having a good one. I think that if they're trying to kill this, I suspect the cage is way too important to not protect. Because it just, like, shuts off, like, a lot of their engines. My opponent had enough after I played Field of the Dead, which is probably not the game decider in this matchup. Actually, Field seems kind of heinous versus them, honestly, as well. Because none of the games should ever be decided by Field, because, like, they're like a turn 1.5 combo deck or whatever. So I think I actually am going to have Karakas over Field for that exact reason. Well, there's 0 Quandrix Pledge Mage in my deck, Luke. And I know you know what Quandrix Pledge Mage does. I'm trolling you a little bit, but Quandrix Pledge Mage and Quandrix Apprentice, I think, is kind of real. I'm not playing the Flusterstorm combo because I don't think I need to go that overkill in it, but I think just having lands for Field of the Dead and Uro makes a lot of sense, or even Dack Fayden. But Quandrix Pledge Mage is a beating in draft, so, you know, you're not completely wrong. Quandrix Pledge Mage is a better Tendrils. Well, in the draft format it is, because Tendrils is literally in that format and it's not great. The real use case of Tendrils in the draft format is to trigger all of your Magecraft stuff like 3 times. I do agree Flusterstorm's fine. I'm not the biggest Flusterstorm fan overall, but it is probably at its best in years. Ugh. 2 forces is really good, but no lands is bad, so you just have to ship. Unhappily keep. I think I need one more blue source in the deck. I think my deck is slightly misbuilt. I think if this forest was a drop, obviously this hand would be like great, so that's fine. In this matchup, I'd never go after their mana really because they have so much of it. Right. Is generally better to choke them on action, I think. This sucks. Yeah, I agreed with you, Rubbins. The problem is, once you're in a league, it's too late to do that, obviously. Chandra Awakened Inferno, huh? Trunks is really good and the deck is suspect. It's possible, yeah. think that is definitely possible. Chandra cannot be countered, that's correct. I will not try to counter it. I mean, if they play Chandra Sego, I can definitely get out of that, like... I think Uro races Chandra on average, to be quite fair, but... I mean, it'll be hard still because I don't... Alright, so I have to force the... I have to force this, otherwise it's just a disaster. So Chandra can kill Uro, actually, so that's not great. Schroeder for a Tark is a good sweeper? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, that's weird that you would quote that as a thing. Tarmogoyf is like my best draw, I think. I think I have to do this. One, two, three, four. All right. I think it works out. E for 6. The ultimate is kill a creature, essentially. Still not going to be easy, I think. It's going to be kind of tough, but because like there are 3 emblems on me. So yeah, I think I'm probably dead, unfortunately. Okay. But yeah, I think it has to be this turn, right? Like, there's only 2 left in my deck. Actually, oh, shoot, I should have played Apprentice first. Whoops, that was a mistake. I should have just played both of these first. Yeah, no, that was a mistake. I just, like, I don't know. My brain just, like, did something. Alright, if I find another... Actually, I guess maybe I'm winning the race. To be fair. We'll see what happens, I guess. I'm planning on not cracking the fetch, but... So, yeah. My Sylvan's fresh, so I don't even have to crack the fetch, really. Oh, there's the Uro. Seven. Now I think I can fetch because of the Uro, actually. I think I'm supposed to as well. Now I'm gonna dig for a bolt, I think does it. Gauge would have been okay actually too, but shit. Found all my cantrips. How many bolts have I used? They're exiled, so there's one left in my deck. Just gonna look for counters, I think. Well, I mean, I guess that's like kind of optimal. Alright, so just don't die this turn, chat? Just don't die this turn? Kind of have to do this, I think. Right. Oh, shoot, I should have bolted them. That was a punt. Should have bolted them in response. It's fine. This probably kills me, but I mean, nothing I can do about it now. I'm out of forces. Storm's like actually a trillion, aka 15. Wait, all of their wishes are gone. So what's happening? I guess they have Ignite the Pass in their deck. Oh, it's Echo. I see. Echo of Eons is a really good magic card. That's all I'm gonna notice here. This is the same game as the Chandra. I have 3 emblems still here. Yeah, I mean, without defense grid, they probably dead, but they had it. You know, it's a good beats. Ignite memories for 30. I hope not. Alright. Slightly annoying, but I did mulligan that game and didn't have a hand with blue, which I think cost me a little bit too much. I was just hoping that like Burning Wish was at the wrong spot in their library and they could only access it by decking themselves, but clearly that didn't happen. Alright, let's play a third match. Anyways, if you're new here, trying an experimental deck, it's not going great so far. But if you want to support the stream, you can always hit that follow button. And if you have a Twitch Prime or a regular sub, using that too would be great. So thanks for being here. Could have tightened up a few plays here and there, but, you know. Obviously, the second forest, I think not being the second drop was a huge error in retrospect. And it's costing me a fair amount, but that's okay. Got 3 more matches to go with this deck. I'm going to play all of them out just for science, regardless if I win or lose. do think there is something to this Quandrix Apprentice, and maybe 4 is not the correct number, 3 maybe, but it's been pretty good so far, to be fair. It's like really good with Brainstorm too, and I don't know, it just does a lot of really small things that I think are powerful. I mean, it sort of overlaps in the same space as Sylvan Library, obviously, but once you have all of your land set up with Quandrix Apprentice, like, Sylvan can go looking for spells, which is kind of nice. So it's like, also, like, the Apprentice resets your top 3 every turn for Sylvan, so it's just, I think there's a lot to like about what's going on there, you know? It's a lot of really small, like, interlocking parts that work well together. Oh, this is a well-known person. I'm just joking. See, it's pretty good though, like, not gonna mulligan, obviously. What did they get? Alright. Perfect land. I think it actually makes more sense to play this first, because then I can at least, like, cycle my bolt into a, you know, thingamabob. Okay. Like, a natural line of play for me next turn is to go Apprentice, bolt their collateral. I don't care. I guess I can play around Days for free. I don't know, it doesn't cost me much. Can always bolt their collateral at any point. I don't have to, like, do it right now. Alright. Guess I have to do it right now and see what happens. Yikes. Alright. I'm getting a card back at least this way, so it's kind of nice. Or not. Okay, there were just no lands in my top 6 cards. That's cool. It's really something, alright. Alright. Surely there's a land here. Alright, we found lands. Chat, we found lands. Do we have more lands? Nope. That's fine. Okay. Don't really care about that. Freaking mountain. Sucks. Better if I draw Punching Fire to do that. Worse if I draw that. It's really frustrating. The mountain really cost me this game, I think, as well. So again, the mana base biting me in the butt. Also, missing on lands with the first two Quandrix triggers, I think, is really unlucky too. So this is not really ideal, but you live by the mana, you die by the mana. I mean, there's only 20 lands in my deck, but I think the odds of missing in 2 triggers are actually pretty low, to be fair, so. God, fuck, Teferi. Punching Fire off the top would be the nuts. So if I draw Punching Fire, everything might turn around. Oh, Dack. Life from the Loam, sure. That's a friend of mine, so I'm just messing with him. If I didn't know who it was, just saying that is like kind of weird, obviously. But don't judge me. I think giving them a life is fine. I want to have the ability to not be fate sealed this turn, essentially. That's why I'm doing it this way. Rant about something MTG related. The fact that they banned Thassa's Oracle instead of Tainted Pact. That's my rant. No. That sucks. Alright, let me see if they let me kill Jace, I guess. I don't play that much Arena. I just think it's like really freaking weird that they would ban that so quickly, given that it's basically just a new format, you know? Bluff Snapcaster. Probably getting Terminus. Yeah, but Jace is so much worse with Thassa's Oracle because it costs twice as much mana. And also the Oracle plus Pack trick happened a lot, you know? I don't know, it's just a lot worse. Thassa's Oracle really did fix a lot of the problems those types of decks had. Like, Doomsday in every format became so much better. I don't know, it's kind of hard to like explain how insane that change was. Alright, I think I'm done this game. This is just misery. Oh, you were being sarcastic? I actually had no idea, because like half the time people do post that shit seriously. And you asked me to rant, so There you go. I think Tarmogoyf actually kind of sucks in this matchup, but I improve a lot post board, I think. I'm gonna cut the Ooze and Bone Crusher. Yeah, you were fueling the fire in some sense of the word. The Apprentice has been pretty good. I don't play Quandrix Mage because that's a 1 blue-green 2/2 that has Magecraft gets a +1/+1 counter. But I do think the Apprentice has been decent so far. This is fine. I mean, obviously, like, there are issues with his hand, but I'm not going to mulligan it. Yeah, I was being a little bit tongue-in-cheek, because a lot of people have called it Pledge Mage when it's, you know... Alright, they have a Teferi Time Raveler in their hand. Alright. Just gonna brainstorm. Kind of just want to like redraw a bunch of these actually. Yo, what's up, P-Sams? How you doing? It's been a while, my friend. Hope you're having a good one, though. I think I can find the P-Fire when I need it, but I do want to redraw the other things, so I think that works out. I want to do it this turn, because if they have to force negation this turn, it costs them a card. But if they have to do it other turns, then it'll only cost them 3 mana to do, you know? What? What is... what am I reading? I don't think they have Daze, but there's like a very small chance that my opponent's Lunatic can actually put Daze in their deck, so you might as well play around it. It doesn't cost you that much. Alright. Sucks. I have to do this, though, unfortunately. Because I cut all my bolts, and also they were just going to get 1 token anyways. Well, I think I'm losing, though. Like, my opponent only has action, and I only have lands. This is so annoying. I had to use a force on a Teferi and a Mentor, so that led the way to that happening to me, which kind of sucks. Alright, I'll just hope to draw Punching Fire or something. I don't know. Obviously a frustrating way to go, but, you know. I don't really love dredging for a P-Fire because I think that's just so weak to Fawn. Yeah, fuck this. Alright. Yeah, but I didn't want to put Loam into my hand when, like, if I just draw, like, an Uro, I think it's so much better to draw that than, like, a P-Fire or a Loam, you know? Alright, 0-3 so far, but I'm still playing it out just for science. Which, I don't know, it's like, it might be ludicrous I'm still trying this, but I think there's, like, stuff I can still learn about this deck because I just built it and I want to try it. But obviously it's not going great. Round one, I played against... I lost to RUG in 3 close games. In round 2, I just lost to Ruby Storm in 3 games, and then that round I lost to Bant Miracles in 2 games. But that's okay. You know, like, shit happens. I don't know, like, there's no reason to be upset about it or whatever, you know? Yeah, I think basically all the things I would have done would have lost there, so it's okay. I think I should Burn and Brainstorm, actually. Right, that's pretty cool. So I can redraw the forest and then just fetch away the field because I don't think it's even good. And just play Tarmogoyf. I think my opponent's like some sort of like prison deck, so I just want to like start killing them if possible. All right. Well, this is. Did I fetch the wrong land? Yeah, I was supposed to fetch a trop. That was pretty bad, actually. Okay. It's not Pox, it's just, this is Curses. It's like Curse Stompy. You know. Land would have been really good there, but I think I missequenced my lands. This was supposed to be a trop. Oops. All right, here we go. Big goif. Big goif, chat. Big goif. Is it small goif? No, it's big goif. Okay. That's fine. I can just Uro next turn. Uro's a really good card. All right. All right, so I want to look for Brazen Borrower. I think that's my best card, no question. Oh, that's too late. Actually, I should just do this, I think. I should have kept an Apprentice in my hand. Alright, whatever. Hope it works out. Let's see what curse they get. Probably Overwhelming Splendor. Yeah. Does it automatically enchant me? It does. Right. Play another 1/1. You might be able to squeak out, like, just Xaxes damage through all of this, which is kind of funny, I guess. Alright, basically just have to use all my red. And look for a Grove. Oh, shoot. Wait. Oh, I can't shuffle, I see. That's right. Alright, cool. No, they're at 1, so any burn spell's lethal. So it means like Bolt, Grove, Punching Fire are all lethal. Or Brazen Borrower even does it too. I mean, I'm not just gonna sit here and waste my opponent's time, like that's ridiculous. Curse of Misfortune. So it enchants a player, so Veil counters it, right? EE is good. Alright. I feel like these are not... I mean, I guess they rack up damage on them. These... Well, the Bone Crusher's not great. The Borrower's probably good. Field is probably not good on average, to be quite fair. Yeah, it's like Enduring Ideal. In a weird sort of way. No, I'm gonna cut Loam. And probably, like, the correct answer is, like, either Tarmogoyf or Apprentice, but probably just Apprentice, actually. Because it's, like... It's good to have pitch cards, but I think the Punching Fire engine is, like, likely to kill... Damping Sphere turns off a Fast Curse? I don't think that's what I want to do. Because then they can just get to a normal number of lands and start casting all their shit. Don't think that's right. I mean, obviously that's something you could do, but I think probably shouldn't. Alright, I'm gonna keep. Obviously this could go south, but I think this is fine. Alright. That made this a little bit worse. It's fine. I think it's easy shuffle. Great. All right. So I want to shuffle this away, and I'll just name land with this. Uh-oh. All right. Sucks. Shit happens. think it means I should shave like another euro. I'll go down to like 1 euro. And put the apprentices back in, just so I'm not so exposed to a ley line, like getting me like that. So I don't really like cloth is just kind of shit if that's happening, but I guess like hole breacher might be better, just as like because it's actually a threat even when the ley line's out. All right. This is like exactly fine hand. It's obviously not the best, but I'm never gonna mulligan. Wilt is like pretty good. I built this deck to try it. I think the card's pretty good. Or so like it seems like it's worth investigating to me, which is why I started out with 4. I think 4 is overkill in retrospect. I should probably have 3, if I had to guess. That's fine. I'll just wilt it on my turn. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to work with Urza Saga when that comes out, for sure. Dragon Guard's Elite doesn't sound very good. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could, but... Alright. I think I'm keeping these in this order and hoping they just fire another curse on me like that. Alright. Bomberman makes sense, yes. Note Bomberman cannot get Ballista, but it can definitely get LED, or the other thing. I take 1 turn off. Yes, pondering looking for a land and blue card would be ideal. Obviously it's not risk-free, but... Two, 3, they have 2 cards. Yeah, I know you can't find Walking Ballista with it. Alright. That's a good one, actually. So they can sneak in a threat this turn, I guess. Sucks. I do have all my bolts in if they go down to 3 loyalty. Right, interesting. There's a downside to animating your grid. I think I just have to give them something, but it depends on what they want to do, I guess. Like, it's not exactly clear what's going to happen this turn. Right. Yo, Sam, welcome back. Thanks for the resub. Let me know if I should open a chest in a second. I'm thinking about how I can get out of this. It's like not that easy, but maybe if they float a little bit. I only have 1 Ur on my deck though right now. I should have fetched first before veiling, I think, but I guess the land's okay as well. So the helm can't attack me because I'm killing the Karn, so this is safe. So now I just will counter things for a little bit and hopefully it works out. Yeah, it doesn't mean I have to play a ground pounder. That's fine. Also, Sam, let me know if I should open a chest for you. I didn't catch your answer one way or the other. Yeah, Holbridge is good to speed up the clock, I agree. So what I actually want to do is put the Goyf into my hand, just so they don't mill, so they don't get it off helm. That's fine. Doesn't really do anything by this point, obviously. Bang. Alright, we're on the scoreboard, but I do think this deck is more promising than the results promise, because these first two were close. That one the Bant matchup I kind of just got like pounded into the ground. Yeah, I know. Thassa's Oracle was banned. Yeah, GG's. Those were weird ones. Live under the Tyrant Uro. I didn't think Uro was like fine to have in Legacy. I'm gonna open my window because it's getting hot. Can I get some more water? I'll be back for round 5. Thanks for being here, y'all. And I'll finish up the last match in a sec. And if you want to support the stream, you can always follow for free. And if you have a Twitch Prime or regular sub, that's also appreciated. So I'll be right back for round 5 in 1 sec. Thanks for being here. Alright. I'm back for round 5. I think what really needs to happen is I should have one less apprentice in my deck for sure. I think that is, as 4 apprentices just overkill is what's going on. You know, that's okay. That's why you actually, like, play some games out to, like, actually... Like, I think this deck works on a hypothetical basis, but it's not quite right. You know, and that's okay. Alright, we got match 5 coming up. Yes, because I'm a RUG deck. Why did I get 100 play? Oh, that's because of the Mystic Confluence thing. Oh, I'll start a prediction real quick. I forgot to start any. Alright. I'll start a quick prediction, 1 minute of betting. Will I win or not this match? Bet your points before I draw my opening hand. I'm sandbagging the match just so people can bet. So, people who requested the prediction, please enter it. $7,810 on no? Wow. How many Killians is too many? Probably like 5. Killian's really good, like... Alright. Yeah. I think this is a keep, and I don't actually think it's close, but... You think we're going to be against a weird deck that cheeses us? I mean, this hand's fine versus people who try to cheese generally. Alright, well, that's less fine, so... That's not fine either. Reanimator? Uh-oh. If we get wastelanded, do you want a refund? No promises. Him me. That's... fine? Don't think that actually matters. Two more lands until we play an unbeatable card for their deck, which is Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Okay, never mind. Not a fan of that. So I found a very good matchup for Veil of Summer. But it does involve drawing lands. Okay. This isn't random cheese so far? Doesn't him to Torok count as random cheese? I'm gonna see what equipment they get, but I'm definitely gonna punching fire it, obviously. Alright. Check W. We're not losing yet. I just need to draw lands. I mean, I did keep a one-lander, but that's fine. Well, you let this resolve, then you bounce the token to buy a bunch of time. I have to just brainstorm looking for lands. It's not even a question. All right. They could have Sedgemoor to push Chain of Smog, but it doesn't really look like it. Crocus might just like randomly beat me, unfortunately, but alright, I'm dead. It sucks. Obviously, like, I could have just mulliganed, but I also especially hate mulliganing versus the Hymn to Torok deck. So I probably wouldn't have, and probably just would have died the same way. Alright, I don't like Force of Negation, and I think Force of Will is, like, not great either, to be fair. But I might, like, have to leave in 2. Quandrix and lands? Well, I guess the question is, if you're splashing blue, is that even better than playing Uro? And I don't think it is. But also lands, like, place Exploration and Mox Diamond, so you're starting to cut into your slots for, like, spells that trigger this. So, I guess that's a really complicated way of saying I probably wouldn't do it. If that makes sense. I think they have Stoneforges, Bobs, and probably, like, Liliana's or some shit. I don't know. I mean, I think as long as I draw reasonably, I'll probably win. The problem with the land shell in general as well is, like, you're able to do, like, how do I put it? The problem with the deck is that it's a little bit disjointed because you have to cut Gamble now because of Force of Negation. And the other problem is if you go to a 3-color mana base, your mana's bad. Alright, well, this hand's pretty good, so you keep. I don't know, does that sound crazy to you, I guess? Lethal Biscotti? It's fine. I played the island to play around Wasteland, but I don't know. I'm gonna just play Tarmogoyf this turn, I think, and try to beat him up. It's not a secret. I've shouted it from the rooftops many times that its mana is not good. I'm gonna let it go and see what happens. No, that's not... I mean, like, really what happens is Mox Diamond's just so insane in that deck that you have to play it, right? Swords to Plowshares, that's rude. Alright. It's quite rude. It's fine. Guess I'm on that Euro plan again. You're right, not many decks actually play Mox Diamond. Christ. I only have 1 mana spells. Guess I have to force it. Oh, they still have a bolt in their hand. Whoops. Alright, come on, blue or green source. Alright, that plays. I'm actually gonna get the Snow Island in case they have another Blood Moon, I think. Four-C low mana base is, like, really not good, yeah. Alright. Okay, is this even good for them? I'm skeptical. Alright, time to say go and leave up Veil. Turbo Depths doesn't even play Mox Diamond because it's like not even that good, to be fair. Alright. Actually, maybe I should cycle my Veil. Probably should. Yikes. Right. Yeah, but I mean, I think that deck has aged not great as well. Guess I have to attack. This kind of sucks. All right. Interesting. It's like pretty good actually. Okay. There's actually a matchup where the forest is better than the tropical, funnily enough, so there is that. Should have probably kept that for Imditarok, I guess. Alright, this is fine. That's less fine. Probably dead now. Feel like I got very unlucky this game, but you know, I guess that happens sometimes. Well, guess I'm double P firing that. Did I side in explosives? Probably should have. Don't think killing my forest is particularly effective there for what it's worth. Cancel. It might come like a weird point where I actually do want the land in play. Well, chat, looks like I'm gonna complete the 1-4. And you know, Sometimes that's how it is. But I regret nothing. Truly regret nothing. They might die to Bob Bitterblossom? I doubt it, but I guess it's possible. The problem is they can just put the skull on one of these. That's the other problem, yeah. I don't think I can actually get out of this anymore. I didn't really expect the Mardu, like, Caracas Urborg Badlands deck to also have Blood Moon in it. I think that's, like, kind of ludicrous, actually. But, you know. Imagine reverse the sands? I'm imagining it, I guess, but... Alright, this is, like... kind of a hope, I guess. I don't know. My opponent has, like... I'm kind of annoyed that they have Blood Moon in this deck, because if they didn't, I would have, like, easily won, I think, due to Field of the Dead, but, you know... Oh, shoot! No! I misclicked! Alright. I have to use 2 bolts on it, but... Oh, that was so bad. That was unbelievably bad. Like, now... And also they conveniently have 3 mana up, so it doesn't even really work. I hope they play something else. Come on, play something else. Play something else. Alright, cool. I will steal Batterskull and not do anything with it. And hope you somehow die. I don't understand how they got, like... Actually, I don't understand a lot about what happened this game, but... You can literally ult away your Bitter Blossom, so... I don't think, like... that probably does it too if they have another equipment in their deck. Alright, I'm dead. This sucks. I mean, I spewed that bolt, but I think if they drew Stoneforge there, no matter what, I could never win, so... Alright. I don't know, the Blood Moon thing is super infuriating, because I don't think I can really do anything about that. I don't know, I think the experiment was, like, mostly fine. I think this deck is probably still reasonable, but it needs to be thought out slightly better. Like, obviously I went 1-4, but that doesn't tell the entire story. So I think what actually needs to happen with this deck is, first off, pay out the prediction, where whoever bet no was the winner. But also, what actually has to happen is, I think, second forest needs to be a tropical. What else needs to happen is one less apprentice, and probably sideboard the field and just have another colored source in the main deck, is my suspicion. Oh, maybe I can just get back the forest in that way as well. I think this should happen as well. Uro's like quite good. Probably just, honestly, probably just play another Uro. Like, Uro is stupid. Just play Uro. I don't know. And probably, like, clean up the sideboard. That part I would have to figure out. No, because you can't really... I already had problems casting my spells. Putting Wasteland into the deck doesn't really solve any of that. I don't know, I still think it's reasonable. Well, I mean, you don't need land spells, you just need lands, and just generate an unbeatable late game, I think. Acceleration probably helps too, I don't know, like, I think there's something here, just figuring out the exact way to fix the problems I had is more than I have bandwidth for at the moment. I'll revisit it probably in a week or two. Maybe someone else can fix the problems it has as well. But I think there's something here. I think the Apprentice is real, and I think the Harvest is definitely real, and the cantrips are real, obviously. Rant about something MTG related. You know, kind of baffles me that Hole Breacher is a card. Like, Hole Breacher is just Notion Thief, except even less fun somehow. Because it costs one less, and is a single color. So, like, why does it exist? Who thought anyone wanted to play with that card? And that's my rant about Hole Breacher. I'll probably be back tomorrow night, but I'm just thinking about what other decks I can play. I don't know. This was close. I don't know. I actually had fun playing it, even though I went 1-4. So, you know, that might sound crazy, but the games felt sort of close, and like there is something here. Oh yeah, if Hole Breacher were white, I think it would make a lot more sense, frankly. Anyways, going to finish off the stream. If you are new here and you want to support the stream easily, you can always hit that follow button. And if you have a Twitch Prime or regular sub you want to use here, that would also be appreciated. So both of those are appreciated.